Welcome to the Janeous Manage Interviews tutorial. During this tutorial, we're going to discuss the process for interviewing candidates. You will be scheduled for interviews 24 hours prior to the conference if you have set your interviewer availability and qualified candidates have applied for the job and have matching schedule availability. You can access the list of upcoming interviews in your dashboard, in the Manage Interview screen, or from within the conference details screen. As a company admin or company owner, you'll be able to see all of the upcoming interviews for all of the other administrators and interviewers who are scheduled to interview. Once selected for an interview, you will then have an opportunity to review the candidate's profile and view the details of the interview, including how long until the interview starts, and decide if you would like to speak with them. If you would, then no action needs to be taken. If the profile is a bad fit or a very bad fit, then hit the button and we will remove them from the interview. You have up until 2 hours prior to the conference to remove any candidates who are not a very good fit for your position based on their profile. Once the interviews are hard locked at 2 hours prior to the conference, then they're expected to be performed. Your company may have purchased the feature to have unbiased interviewing. In that case, you will not see the names or pictures of candidates prior to the interview. Once the conference starts, you will see an interview pending button for the next interview you have scheduled. Once the candidate hits the ready button on their end, the button will switch to a start interview button. Click the start interview button to go into the interview screen. Please note it's a best practice to refresh your screen after the countdown hits 0, and to allow the candidates a few minutes into the interview to hit the button, as the system will allow entry at any point during the scheduled interview. Once you're in the interview, you'll be able to see a summary description of the candidate up top, and then the job will be listed underneath them so you can reference that during the call. Under the video screen, you will see 5 tabs. The first one is for messages, which allows you to send text chat during and, more importantly, after the interview is over. You will also have a section for notes. You have both interview-specific notes and conference-specific notes. The conference notes will be able to be reviewed across the conference. The interview notes are specific to that particular candidate. Then you'll also be able to access the candidate's profile, see the details for the job, and perform the review of the candidate after the interview is over. The review score will never be shared with the candidate and is intended for your purposes of reviewing the candidates and discussing them with your team. Our interviews are typically scheduled for 20 minutes. However, they do end 30 seconds prior to the scheduled end of the interview, so you can perform a quick review and transition to your next interview and make it on time. We do not record the video as we believe the candidates will perform more naturally in this environment. After the interview, you'll have full access to the candidate's profile and the ability to send them chat messages for any sort of follow-up after, with no further monetary obligation to Janeous when you hire the candidate.